I personally believe that if I give you a fish, it's not as beneficial as teaching you how to fish. Today's introduction is going to be on several videos that are related to C2C in doing GraphGAN work. You know the pictures when doing corner to corner? That's what we're going to be discussing today. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to quickly talk about it, and then we're going to do a walkthrough of the pattern itself on screen, and then I'm going to leave you to be able to fish. So we have a video on how to do corner to corner in the GraphGAN format, reading the graphs, making the graphs, and also doing color changing and being able to do all of that. So that video has been around a long time, and I used my friend Sarah from Repeat Craft Me as an example to be able to do it with a teddy bear. That video is actually widely used, and there's a lot of kudos on it, and I think it's almost the standard when it comes to this. So what we have is, over the years, is Yarn Inspirations has presented several patterns, like tons of patterns, in C2C format. And the problem with the C2C format is that, I could show you row by row and changing the colors on a particular pattern, but I find that people will say to me, I wish you would have done a reindeer instead of a bear, or I wish you would have done a lighthouse instead of something else. And so for me as a tutorial host, it gets very difficult to be able to comply with those kind of requests, because the fact is that once you understand how to do these graphs or even make these graphs, it's basically up to your own story of what you want to complete. So I'm going to refer to that video in the video description if you would like to access that, because that is where you can learn to fish instead of just eating fish. And therefore, even on Yarn Inspirations, the Crochet Crowd, Repeat Craft with Me, for example, you can find these graphs and basically run to town if this is a concept that is of interest to you. We are seeing more and more pop art when it comes to the corner to corner that you'll see here on our selection. So in the more information of the video, not only is the video on learning how to do this concept also there, but you're going to see a whole whack of other patterns that are available where the graphs are already done for you. So that's really quite exciting. So without further ado, I'm going to talk specifically about the pattern that was showcased in the thumbnail, and we're going to walk through each one of those. And currently on my list I have 22 of those, and so each one of those will be a different video, and this is the same introduction for each. So let's take a look at this pattern. This is the Karen Argyle C2C baby blanket. I just think it's really pretty to look at. Almost kind of remind me a bit of plaid or gingham in that concept. And this here is made with Karen Simply Soft. So let's take a look at the pattern itself, and it has all the instructions first, corner to corner, of course, and let's scroll through. There's the crochet diagram, just in case you don't know how to do C2C in the diagram format. So it's basically standard, and you just have to change the colors. So here is the coloring changing. One thing that I really like about it, these big long stripes that you see is the same row. So it becomes really easy to maintain those ones. And then the other ones you just have to maintain kind of going up for your bobbins. So you're going to start off in the bottom corner here and work your way diagonally as you would with the corner to corner. And once you get to a certain point, the one corner is going to end and the side continues to be a rectangle, and you're working your way up like that. So it's a really neat idea. I think this is a really fabulous design, very special. And this is the Argyle C2C crochet baby blanket.